Hello students, today we are going to discuss about how to draft a virtual message. All of you remember in the last class we have tried to understand what a virtual message is and what are the different ideas associated with the use of a virtual message. Just to revise a few important ideas, we define a virtual message as a mode of communication that includes the use of technology, audio, and video to communicate with people who are not physically in front of us. Virtual communication started with the invention of television, the advent of webcams, video conferencing, and instant communication. It made virtual communication a big hit. Today, we use virtual communication in almost every walk of life, within family or friends and office and all that. We have also understood that under the writing skills, the use of drafting a virtual message, it appears under question 4a. Question 4a of our question paper, it includes this question of drafting a virtual message and carrying 4 marks. Now, what is expected of us when we are asked to draft a virtual message? Virtual message is actually reporting a telephonic conversation to somebody. Just as we have seen just now, that virtual message is used for people who are not physically present in front of you. Just for example, you are at home and the telephone rings or even a mobile phone rings, conveying a message for your father or mother who is not actually present at that time. So you pick up the phone and you receive the message, one important piece of communication, either for your father or mother. And when you complete your talking, you come to understand that it is a very important message for my father or my mother who are not present at that moment, and you are also leaving your home. So there is no time for you to convey the message. So what would you do? You would grab a piece of paper and you will just write a virtual message. You will just write a message and we name this message as a virtual message. Now there is a specific format given for that. When we write down our answers, we must follow the format. A small piece of paper, your message will begin with the date. Date will be followed by the time. Now the date and time, it will explain to the reader that the message is accepted by you and the message is written by you in his or her absence. Then the name of a person to whom the message is directed. If the telephonic message was given for your father, you will write the name of the father, means if you call him dad or if you call him papa, with whatever name you call your father or mother, you will put that. Then body of the message. Now this, regarding this body of the message, one idea must be very clear, that it has to be the body of the letter, it must be written in indirect speech. Another important point is maximum 50 words. The body of the message will be in 50 words. And name of the writer or the sender. You are writing the message, so it will be your name. So I'll just revise the date on which you received the message, the time, the exact time when you received the message, name of the person to whom the message is directed, Means you received the message for your father, then it will be Papa. If you have received it for your mother, it can be Mom. Body of the message, whatever message was given to you, we will just imagine that one of your mother's friend called your mother asking her to attend one meeting in the office before the scheduled time. We just imagine that there was a meeting in your mother's office which was scheduled at 11 a.m. But now, as it is preponed, one of her colleagues or one of her friends had called her and told her that the meeting is now preponed at 9:30 a.m. So mother must leave and reach the office in time. So such message you will be writing in 50 words, and name of the writer, means as you have received the message for your mother, it will be your name. So it will be a very small piece of writing in the given format, conveying the exact things, the date, exactly the name, the time, then the name to whom it is addressed to, then the body of the message conveying the exact message. You will avoid any other unnecessary information, and the message will close with your name. Now, when we will be framing this body, what we have to remember, only most important details should be written. Only the exact message will be conveyed. No unnecessary explanation is expected. No new information should be added. You will not be adding anything which is not important. It must be grammatically correct. It must be written in indirect speech. Use of simple language. The language use must be very simple, and there should be no abbreviations used. You will check what you have written. You have to be very polite and friendly. When you write the message, your language and your approach must be very polite and friendly, and you will avoid any kind of confusion while writing down the message. So we will keep all these key ideas in our mind when we will write the message. So let us now actually try to write one message.